Good morning. Today is Friday, August 29th. This is Wake Up with KERA News, and I'm Andrew Garcia. We're heading into Labor Day weekend, the last hurrah before we officially say goodbye to summer. So long. But it's looking like it's going to be a stormy holiday weekend, with a good chance of showers and thunderstorms off and on throughout the weekend until Monday. But at least it's cooler. We'll have highs in the low 80s to low 90s. In Oak Cliff, a couple's home reflects their passion for sneaker culture. We'll hear more about their collection after the news. Dallas County and the National Foundation for the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention are partnering on health services. KERA's Marina Trahan-Martinez reports that the Project Healthy Dallas County fundraising comes after funding cuts.
County commissioners agreed to let the 20-year-old nonprofit CDC Foundation help fund local health and human services initiatives. Commissioner John Wiley Price asked that the contract wording clarify the foundation's donor disclosures, federal compliance, and transparency.
The ownership of the data and the confidentiality to protect the county interest, I didn't see it.
The foundation cannot access personal health data. Funds administration could cost up to 16% of the donations, similar to school fundraisers. That would be capped at $100,000. For KERA News, I'm Marina Trahan-Martinez in Dallas.
Former Texas Rangers player Mark Teixeira is running for Congress in Texas as a Republican. He's campaigning for the 21st Congressional District in Central Texas. KERA's Dylan Duke tells us more.
Teixeira launched his campaign in the district after its current representative, Chip Roy, announced he would run for Attorney General. The former baseball star said in his campaign announcement this morning he would align himself with President Donald Trump's America First agenda. That includes tougher border restrictions, gun rights, and ending what he called, quote, woke indoctrination. The Rangers legend has lived in Texas since retiring in 2021, where he supported Governor Greg Abbott and other conservative causes. For KERA News, I'm Dylan Duke in Farmers Branch.
Alejandra Zendejas and Jesse Acosta grew up in Oak Cliff loving sneakers. Now they own over 300 pairs that are housed in their own sneaker room. KERA reporter Elizabeth Mayong has been asking North Texans to share the meaning behind their most treasured objects. In this part of the Home is Where the Art Is series, the couple talks about their love of sneakers.
Hi, my name is Alejandra Zendejas.
And my name is Jesse Acosta.
And home is where my sneaker collection is. Right now we have about 300 pairs.
When I met her, 2017?
Yeah.
2017. For me, growing up, I liked Jordans, Nikes, and they were expensive back then. We were a family of four. My dad was working, and I understood. I get it. I wasn't gonna get those pairs. But once I met her and I got a real job as a teacher, every time we would hang out, she would wear a different pair of shoes, and that was how I started. Yes, I bought these. These came out like 2 years ago. They're Jordan 1, Nike, and Travis Scott collaboration. Still brand new, haven't worn them yet.
I think we both really like the Air Jordan 1s, the Nike Air Jordan 1. Specifically the highs, some lows. But for sure, mainly Nikes. I think for me, I started out really appreciating the Air Force Ones. So I kind of went out of that for a while and started doing more like Jordans. But now that I'm older, I think I'm back to appreciating the Air Force Ones a lot.
I think at the end of the day, just growing up here in Oak Cliff, like Nikes or Jordans were the ones to go to. They were the ones that people were going to be looking at your feet for and seeing what you were wearing.
I always thought, oh, when I get older, I'm going to have a whole room for my shoes and I'm going to have enough space for my shoes. And yeah, I don't know, it's just always been like it's your kid and you think of the dream room for them. Yeah, so something like this is what I always wanted.
I agree. When we were looking for a house, we knew we needed a room just for shoes. Not even a guest room like that. We needed a room for the shoes. Because for me, before we got married and started living together, I was with my parents and my shoes were everywhere. So I felt bad about that too. I'm like, we need somewhere to put them in. So as soon as we had the opportunity to buy a house, first thing that went up was her wall. Still working on my side. We'll get there eventually, but at least she has her shelves. For me, having all the shoes that I have, it just makes me feel like I am satisfying the kid in me. But also, it's, when I get a new pair of shoes, I get excited about them and getting to wear them for the first time.
Now, my sneaker collection really represents home because of the childhood memories that I have, but also the ones that I wish I could have had at that. I hope young girls now see these like women design sneakers, and I don't know, hopefully they become one too.
Shoes are definitely art, and tell about the story that you have to tell. Everybody has a story to tell. Just which medium are you going to choose to tell that story, and we chose sneakers to tell our story.
That story was produced by KERA's Elizabeth Maya. The Dallas Cowboys have honored star player Micah Parsons' request to be traded to another team. As KERA's James Hartley reports, Parsons is heading to the Midwest.
The Cowboys are sending Parsons to the Green Bay Packers in exchange for 2 first-round draft picks and defensive tackle Kenny Clark. The trade comes weeks after the All-Pro pass rusher asked the Dallas Cowboys to trade him, saying the team wouldn't negotiate a new contract. As part of the deal, Parsons will get a 4-year contract extension worth $188 million, with at least $136 million guaranteed. The Associated Press reported the deal makes him the highest-paid non-quarterback player in NFL history. For KERA News, I'm James Hartley.
Celebrate Labor Day weekend with Community Beer Co. in Dallas. From happy hours to community bike rides and brunch, there's 3 days of activities to enjoy. For more information and some other fun things to do this weekend, visit our Go See DFW calendar at kera.org/calendar. Thanks so much for listening to Wake Up with KERA News. I'm your host, Andrew Garcia. This show is produced by Shardae White with editing support from Bekah Morr. For more news in your inbox, visit kera.org/wakeup. That's where you can subscribe to the Wake Up with KERA News newsletter. You'll get a more in-depth look into the news with plenty of good morning vibes. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We're at KERATX. The Wake Up with KERA News podcast will take a break for Labor Day, of course, but we'll be back next week with the news you need to start your day. Have a great holiday weekend, and we'll see you on Tuesday.